Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out episode 5 of The Ghost in the Shell. I'm, as always, really excited to hop into this episode. I've been loving this version of the story. I'm a big fan of the original movies, but something is so charming about these characters and just the whole vibe and aesthetic that's presented in this adaptation is so much fun. But I don't want to waste any more time and hop right into this episode. If you are new to my channel, though, this will is be more of a watch along than a straight up reaction. So if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. If not, you can see it blurred behind me and read the subtitles below me. I'll just give us a countdown. We can hop right into this episode. Three, two, one. Alright, let's hop into this week's episode. I'm really excited to see what's in store. I believe this is, yeah, it's just called Phantom Fun, so it should just be one storyline in the episode. I assume it's separate, like the episodes are separated like that when like there's multiple chapter long storylines versus just like a one or two chapters. Chamberlain's 25. Oh, just ammunition. A bit of a downgrade. God, I love the facial expressions so much in this show. Paint them matte and we'll be. Oh, cool. Oh, more stealth. Get rid of like any reflections and whatnot off of them as well. Only your brain is operational. I love the facial expressions they give him or her. I guess a robot, but I think it sounds like a guy's voice. Oh, was they like profound significant, profound significance? It was like they were fusing or becoming the same person almost, or same robot. That whole sequence reminded me of the Jarvis and Ultron scene in Age of Ultron. Phantom Fund. Right into the opening. But yeah, it reminded me of the scene where like um Jarvis is trying to talk to Ultron when they're just like the AIs and then Ultron like attacks back. Um that's kind of the sequence I thought. It was a little bit less violent. It was more like with the way um our robot was talking, it was almost like they were becoming one or like fusing. Interesting. And I love how even though this show, like I talked about how like this has a very charming vibe and aesthetic, and like I've talked about the comedy and whatnots, um, that's much more prevalent in this version. I love that there's still a lot of those like deep underlying like cyberpunk themes and whatnot about uh the characters and like what it means to be human and things like that. It's just a little bit less like, that was, I feel like, very much the focus in, like, the movie, and it was a lot more of a action and psychological, like, thriller type show. I think we only get 10 episodes of this show as well, so we're, like, halfway through now. I wonder because I think there's 3 different Ghost of the Shell mangas that, um, like, sequels and stuff. Wonder if we'll get all of them eventually. That's funny. I love the personality that even the robots have, though. Got a bit of a crush? I don't think so. Great shot, huh? Interesting. So is she I would assume she's an android then if he said unaging. Oh, was not chosen. So her replacement is not gonna be as nice? Is that what kinda what I got from that conversation, possibly? Far north. Wait, 6. Combat cyborg. Arm hook. So is that gonna be the focus of this episode, I would imagine? I like that we got the whole crew together in this episode. Yeah, it doesn't seem, like, simple. Demo charge and a lot of, factors all coming into play, so it's time to actually go into action. I was gonna say, this is not how I picture him, it's the second time guns jamming has been brought up in this episode. I have a feeling that's gonna come into play at some point. Every data broker. Splitting up a little bit. Dude, I fucking love him so much. The voice choice for him was so good. And I think a version of the robots appeared in the standalone complex, but I think they were removed from the movie. Don't want to get intercepted. I would imagine going a bit more silent on the radio now. What the fuck? It almost looked like a bit of a shark. Bro is tweaking. Takes off his fucking arm. Lubricant. Although he just fucking lifted it. Oh god. Dumbass. Thermal optical camo. Oh, directly to the Prime Minister. Interesting that it's like that. Well, that's the case. It's more only on paper. It's rare that you're actually taking orders from him. Oh, is this Yeah. But yeah, they didn't even try and, like, avoid the tail, they just fucking took him right out. And they did establish that he's the one who sent him in here. I wanna see what expression the chief has on. Sadly, not that simple for most, humans. Fucking axe right into her back and just one tapped. Me. What is that walk? Oh, not the vibe I was expecting at all. Sh oh, go invisible or yep. Oh, I see, so she doesn't get picked up by anyone else. Bro is yapping, already itching to take some power. That was quick. Oh, he doesn't seem, someone that would be interested in something like that, to be honest. A little bit of, blackmailing him a bit. This is a cool area. I like the, like, built into the area. Smart to stick here then if it's gonna mess up with the optical ammo. The fog actually makes a lot of sense because, like, if you're invisible inside a fog, you would still see, like, the manipulations from the fog walking through and whatnot. Oh, good catch. A six-man suit squat. So he's got 6 bodyguards at least? Fucking oh, god, I love the movement. Oh. Dude, it's like a fucking spider almost. Oh, that's fun. That was kind of the 2 we were focusing on last episode. They're in the favor a bit. Gold. Oh, straight hands. Tore that bitch off. Got rid of his hook arm then, I think. Oh, shit. Is the glowing on his head when is he, like, manipulating this robot? Oh god. Close. I might wanna just take a shot. Get a hit. Looks like he's slowing down. All puppeted. Yeah, I think that, the lights on his head were him puppeting other things. Oh, yeah, so this is a little bit bigger than just some, one guy. Just running through the halls now. Can't live on talent alone. That's a good line. Ain't of a sea suit type. I love the robot design in this show so much. The fucking Oh, these ones are like little spiders. I we're not doesn't take long to last. Oh, that was cool. Was that like her shield? Dude, I love the tech and everything. It's so fun. M to K, K to M. Swapping land back and forth. What for? Oh. Oh! Good shot. Got one of the hands off so it can't crush anymore. Damn. Also, did that guy have like a snake-like body? Oh no, it's like a what? He is like the building. I was gonna say it's major now. All good voice mixing. Whoa. Oh, that's the primary. Oh, I fucking love the Major. Only taken post. Good excuse, good excuse. More than happy. Underground city, huh? The nuclear power probably seems more realistic when the governments actually build stuff for the people. I mean, technically that would be too, but burning. Oh, so they were just slowly turning all the money into gold to get it away. That's I kind of love that. Unless I'm misremembering names, they gave at least one gold bar to the guy who died, so I guess his family essentially. Oh, this is I feel like it's very reminiscent of like a soldier army returning to a loved one's family after they pass away. Oh, was that the end of this episode? Man, very dense episode, but that was good. There was some fun action in it, some fun politics and things like that, and quite a lot of great character moments actually. Not only um just some stuff I enjoy between like the group dynamic between all of them and just the major, but that last little dialogue as well I enjoy. I'm excited to see if maybe we explore Bato's like mind and thoughts about this going forward a little bit more, or how exactly it'll play into a bigger picture. I these are all it this show's an interesting one for a first reaction because honestly, a lot of times I feel like I'm just absorbed into the show, reading information and like absorbing all, and like often with this show I have to go back through a couple times to fully get a grasp on at least what I think I get a good grasp on the show. But I'm really enjoying it. I love also we've seen it quite a bit throughout the show already, but we saw a couple new ones in this episode as well. But the robot design is so fun. Um, there's this like early time. I don't know who was like the original um like type who started this style for robot design, but it's similar to like almost all that is an awesome artwork. Um, it's similar to like for example, uh like, if you've ever seen a lot of Toriyama's robot designs, it's got that similar, like, roundness, like, shape to it, and, it's just a similar design, and, like, That was a big thing I enjoyed about Sandland, and a big reason I wanna play the game is because it also heavily focused a lot of, Toriyama's, vehicle design, because it's actually so fun, like, 'cause there's really fun architecture and things like that as well in this show, but, I noticed the robots especially, like, the little, like, spider-like ones, this design was also really cool, um, with him being, like, essentially a part of, like, the room. And then switching to his main form and it being like a statue on the wall. That's just really fucking cool. A lot of the invisibility was fun, and like whenever they do like the not inner world, but like the hacking like cyberspace world, I really love the aesthetic. They use both this sequence and the one at the beginning of the episode with our a robot bonding with the other one, which I wonder if this is gonna come into play at all. Because it seemed slightly important of a scene, or I would assume there's a reason it was included at the very least. Um, I mean, it could also kind of be just a joke. Like they had that bit of him, like essentially taking over the world as well, like the robots and starting a rebellion, which was also just fucking hilarious. Maybe one of the funniest things it's been in the show so far. But all of that I'm really enjoying. I love there was another really great moment where he was bargaining, and then ended up just swiping it. It was funny. Um, and characterization for Batou in this moment is really good. Makes total sense. Him, even though he said like earlier in the episode that like, teaching or being like an educator or whatever isn't for him. But when you bond with someone like that and you're the one who sends them out and essentially sends them to their death, it hits a person. I love that like even the major and the chief really didn't even know what to say to him to make him feel better. Um, just really great dialogue all around right there. And then this show or this spot as well was really fun. It reminds me a lot in this episode of like a procedural like cop drama type show of like um going to get your like informant to get like information and um the scene of her like walking up and like getting the first guy to like take him to the hacker very much reminded me of like an informant and like um turned good and working behind the scenes. A lot of fun, not even like just like tropes. It's 'cause it's not just like anime tropes. Well, there is sometimes like things like that a little bit. It feels so unique, and a lot of this there is a very anime vibe, but at the same time, it feels just like a more what would be the term? But just like a more like regular type of like movie or TV show or something where it doesn't lean just into like anime tropes because that's one thing I enjoy about a lot of older series is sometimes there is tropes, but it's oftentimes because they either popularized them or like it wasn't a big trope yet when it was going on. So the way that the characters and stuff are portrayed and like even like personality wise and things like that, they always have this like really unique, charming vibe to them, and that's a part of the thing that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, where like this show is so like such a has a like, such charm to it. That's like you can't match, and then that's a big thing that comes through with a lot of older series when I tend to watch them because I feel like there's a more like unfiltered nature to them, and like well, there's definitely still, like, editors working on the manga and things like that. I feel like a lot of older series, you really got a lot of the artists' like true ideas out into this material of the manga. So I love that that's actually fully getting adapted and whatnot. And I've mentioned it before, but any manga readers, if there's any additional information that was skipped out or any like slight changes of sequences or anything like that, feel free to let me know. I'm very interested to know about that. For the most part, I think it's been fairly accurate to the source material from what I've seen. Like there's just some slight changes here and there of like um honestly the major from what I've seen honestly has maybe even a little bit more of personality and a little bit more comedy than even the manga might have had occasionally, or they play it up a little bit more is a better way to say it because I think a lot of the jokes and stuff are still the same. Um, And then other than that, I think the only other thing would be I think there's real, like, nudity in the manga, like, in the scene in episode 2 or 3 or whatever it was. I think that scene was wild in the anime, not something I was expecting quite like that. But in the manga, it's even crazier, so just, any other changes like that, I would love to know. Cause honestly, I might do a live stream, once the show's done, reading through the manga, because I really want to, um, fully delve into it because, well, I'm absolutely loving this, it is a little bit information overload when you're watching the episode, and I feel like in the form of manga, it's a little bit easier because you can kinda read at your own pace and digest the information more properly on your first reading rather than your first viewing of the anime. I'm like heavily appreciating the visuals, the like core concepts of the stories, but some of the I can't speak, but some of the little details I kind of miss out on in my discussions and things like that. I tend to notice about this show, but I'm really hoping we kind of build more off of this relationship and this moment here between them. Um I'm very fascinated now that we're about halfway through the show, how the direction will go for the later half of it. If it'll be a lot of self-contained stories like it already is, or if it leads into like a bigger overall plot. Because there's a lot of information that we've gotten in these first 5 episodes that tie together in ways that I feel like isn't just directly stated at you. Um, with, like, the politics and things like that and the things moving in the background. So I'm interested to know if that will come to a head and we, like, have a storyline that, feels a lot more interconnected than rather a bunch of, like, episodic stuff, which I don't mind. I'm a big fan of episodic, anime. I'm just interested to know, like, how that'll go and, like, what kind of ending we'll get for this series. Because, well, I do believe there is 3 Ghost in the Shell mangas or, like, 3 like, I don't think they're it might not be direct sequels. I think there is 3 though. I haven't looked up since then when we started though. Um, so I'm wondering if there's a very concrete ending at the end of the manga for the first one, or if it's very open-ended. Either way, I'm very excited, and just every week has been such a joy to watch this series. Maybe not my best reactions, just because I'm so engaged with the actual episode and not giving the most commentary compared to like some shonen series I can pretty much yap the entire episode, and not miss anything. But other than that, I'll catch you guys all later, and peace.